Hello, how are you doing today?
Hi.
Hi, my name is Andrew. Before we get started, I want to go over confidentiality with you, which basically means whatever you and I say in this room is just going to be between us.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So what brings you in today?
I've just been really stressed out about finals coming up.
Uh-huh.
I've had a lot of issues with my roommate, and I have 18 credits, so I just have a lot of finals coming up, and they're all right on top of each other. Plus, I'm working at the library, and they're being very invasive about making sure everybody gets their hours in on time, and it's just been very, very hectic the last couple of days.
Sounds like you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
That stinks. A lot of people get that same feeling during finals. How has it been affecting you though?
I've just been not sleeping well. I don't seem to be interacting well with people lately. I've been very closed, in my inward, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been very outgoing like my normal self. I don't sleep a lot. My roommate keeps me up, so that doesn't help the situation. But when I do try to sleep, she's doing something, and it's just been a mess.
All right. What do you think you could do as far as trying to get more sleep?
I've talked to her about it, and it doesn't seem to be working. I've also gone to my RA, but it still doesn't seem to be working. I think it's just, she's just about as stressed as I am of the whole situation, and we only have a couple weeks left. I've been going to my one friend's room and seeing if I can catch like a nap there or two, and it's kind of working, but it's still just an issue.
Okay.
But
What about your grades? How are your grades now?
they're decent. I mean, I'm not failing any classes. It's still stressful though because I don't want to fail any of my classes, and I want to make sure my GPA is still, in standards. And
Right.
whatnot.
So, do you have a lot of work to do for finals?
More papers than finals, but I still have the occasional hardcore finals that are breathing down my neck, So, I mean, I'm nervous about that because I feel like I'm not studying enough, but at the same time, like, I have so much other stuff going on, it's hard to really find the time to sit down and do anything.
Right, and that's normal for everybody going through finals. So, it's not anything just affecting you. Do you think that you can kind of space them out? I mean, do you have your final schedule?
Yep, I have it all written out. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but they're pretty much, I have at least two or three every single day until like Wednesday or Thursday.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But your grades are good. So, you know the information. Just trying to find enough time to get it all in at once.
Yeah.
How do you normally do with finals?
About this, but not as much stress as normal. I normally I've been working at the library for a while, this is my third year now, so I mean, that's okay, but it's the simple fact that, the roommate situation is probably the worst, because I've never had to deal with that so much.
All right, have you tried to talk to your roommate?
A couple times, but like I said, we're both stressed out, and I think it's not helping the situation.
Do you think maybe that you guys could come up with a compromise about sharing a room instead of you both being in there at the same time?
We've talked about that. She kind of goes to the library a little more than she used to, so I mean that helps a lot. But it's still, she gets up early, I go to bed early. Like, it's just conflicting schedules.
So in your opinion, what would be the biggest issue right now standing in your way for finals?
Getting all my information at once, like making sure that I hit every deadline, making sure I know where my finals are and what time they are. I mean, obviously I have them written out, but being it's so varied, and then my work hours are different, and it's just everything's like it's a completely different week than my normal weeks during the semester.
Do you think you could talk to the library and see if you can kind of move some things around so you have more time for your finals?
Yeah, my boss is very flexible in that aspect. So.
Okay. So, I mean, that would take a lot of stress off of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your roommate seems to be going to the library quite a bit. So, what else do you think is affecting your stress factor as far as finals?
That's probably the two biggest ones right now. I harbor a lot of stress anyway. Like, I worry about every little detail detail, and that's just who I am. I can change my behavior, but I can't exactly change how I harbor my stress completely. I mean, I do a lot of things, like, I maybe study for a couple hours and then watch a movie, or I'll study a little bit and then, like, go do something to get out of the room to break it up a little bit, but it's always going to be in the back of my mind, well, this means this or that means that, as I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Right. How did you do with finals last semester?
Decent. I was still kind of cramming. A lot of that, though, was, I had my human bio class and I had an ANA class, so I didn't have to take the final. There was a lot of that scenario going on, so I had 18 credits, but I only had 4 finals.
And you passed all your finals.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that you can do it.
Yeah.
You know that you can do it well. So you're just stressing out at the situation in general.
In general.
Yeah. So by you reflecting on being able to realize that you're going to have more time to work on it, and the library's not going to be that, they're going to be helping you in making more time to study, and you know the material already because you're doing well in their classes. Shouldn't that take a little bit of stress off?
It does, but it's still finals week,
Right.
It's kind of like one of those, anybody has anxiety about one thing, and this is like my one thing right now, so.
Okay. What about hobbies? Do you do is there anything that you do to just kind of de-stress?
I go hang out with friends, go talk to them, and I guess that helps a lot, but again, like, it's hard because our schedules are so different. So, I mean, we can do it, but, to find time where they're free and I'm free, and so I do a lot of, my door's open, and whoever walks by, I randomly grab a big donut.
So, it sounds like you have a pretty good plan for finals week. You're just kind of stressed out at the situations that are going on, which is normal for everybody. So hopefully, maybe just trying to take some time for yourself and try to do some self-care, to try to de-stress a little bit will help you not take finals week so hard. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I hope that I helped a little.
You did.
Okay, good. And if you ever want to talk again, you can come in at any time.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.